Hello, my name is Elena Mills, and today I'm going to inform you why we should remember the Endicott Johnson Shoe Company. According to my mother's 6th grade teacher in upstate New York, the Endicott Johnson Shoe Company was number 6 on Hitler's list of bomb sites if Germany had planned to attack America during World War II, because the company made boots for the military. My great-grandmother worked for the shoe company during World War II, and had Germany fulfilled its mission in America, I may not be here today. I'm going to inform you why the Endicott Johnson Shoe Company holds an important place in American history, by recalling its development, its importance to immigrants, and its role during World War II. If we are to remember the Endicott Johnson Shoe Company, we must first consider its development. Endicott Johnson grew between 2 centuries. According to William Inglis in his 1935 book, George F. Johnson and His Industrial Democracy, the Endicott Johnson Shoe Company began in 1854 as the Lester Brothers factory in Binghamton, New York. George F. Johnson arrived from Massachusetts in 1881 and by 1889 partnered with Henry Endicott to form the Endicott Johnson Shoe Factory. In the early 20th century, the Endicott Johnson Shoe Company expanded from Binghamton to nearby Johnson City and Endicott, both cities named for the owners of the factories. As immigrants from Eastern and Southern Europe flooded the northeastern United States, many sought out the famous shoe factory with the often heard phrase using the initials, "Which way is EJ?" My mother told me that in the old country, they were taught these few words in English so that when they came here, found someone on the street, they would say, "Which way is EJ?" Someone would point, and they would know where to go for work. Endicott Johnson's growth benefited from the influx of immigrants. The company was able to branch out rapidly because unskilled immigrant labor found opportunity in the shoe factories. Inglis explains that men and women were able to learn trades as tanners, cutters, liners, sewers, shapers, packers, and shippers. According to the 2010 National Public Radio special entitled The Legacy of George F. Johnson and the Square Deal, Endicott Johnson was among the first businesses in the nation to implement the welfare capitalism, a policy that encouraged individual initiative by the employee and guaranteed fair wages and benefits by the company. George F. Johnson labeled the practice as a square deal. The George F. Johnson papers on file at Syracuse University and updated in 2008 retain letters between Johnson and President Franklin Roosevelt, who was very interested in the company's progressive strategy. Immigrants were fiercely loyal to the Endicott Johnson Company while it ramped up production of shoes and boots for the military during World War II. As World War II threatened, labor strikes and riots were widespread in several cities, as many factory workers sought out unionization. But not in the Triple Cities. Endicott Johnson was more than faithful to the Square Deal and provided fair wages, housing, medical benefits, parks, and even libraries. Its employees remained loyal, and in 1940, they voted out the unions. When the war began in 1941, the NPR Legacy Special states that Endicott Johnson was one of the largest providers of shoes to the U.S. military and at its peak employed 24,000 employees. Remembering the Endicott Johnson Shoe Company and its role in our history enriches us all. We recall the factory for its contributions to citizen and country during turbulent times. Endicott Johnson developed between 2 centuries, proved beneficial to a growing immigrant community, and was invaluable to the country during World War II. I was not able to find out if Germany really intended to bomb the Endicott Shoe Company, but I'm certainly glad Hitler's mission was never realized, or I may not be here today. I have also learned that we should all take an interest in the history of our families, and we might discover some fascinating history of our country as well. Thank you.